Hi, I'm Sean. This is Nathan, and welcome back to Barely Tactical. We bring you out here on this really cold, kind of shitty day, because, of course, we're in Canada, to do a gun review. What are we doing?
Well, Sean, thanks for asking. Today we have the Winchester Wildcat 22. Came out a couple years ago. It's a more recent offering here in Canada, and it kind of threads the needle between feels like a toy gun, but is allegedly kind of a knockoff 1022. So is this the next 1022 killer? We're about to find out. I've personally owned this gun for about a year. I have a few hundred rounds through it. Sean's never shot it before, so you're kind of getting a blend of a medium amount of experience and first time handling.
I don't even know what a gun is.
They're bad. The government told us.
No. But we're going to take a few shots and give you our honest review.
For our first category is value. When you look at this thing versus some of its contemporaries, the Ruger 1022, it's nearly half the price. You can get this thing for about $300, sometimes on sale, and there's even Cerakoted versions with cool camouflage paint jobs that are like $319. Super competitive price-wise. The only things cheaper are going to be your like Mossberg Plinksters, your Savage 64s. This thing kicks butt. For that, we gave it 4.5 out of 5. Reliability. This thing, we fed it the cheap and nasty. We gave it 4 different brands of ammo. We shot a couple hundred rounds through it in this session, and I've shot it before previously with equally as sub-tier ammo, and it just chugs along. The only hiccups we had, and I think we're both guilty of it, is I personally put the magazine in backwards once or twice because it's the whole USB principle. You can put it in either way and it's still wrong. Just getting used to it. These little rotary flush fit mags are nice and squarular, so if you're just grabbing it and not really paying attention, you can put it in a little funky, and I think Sean had a couple experiences of his own.
Squarular, that's my new favorite word. Thank you. Yeah, it was also really cold that day, and I think I almost lost feeling in my hands, so trying to fumble with these little mags was a bit of a pain in the ass. Though I will say loading them, like actually putting the rounds in them, is a dream.
Stupendous.
It's really, like, they're well designed, whoever did them. Definitely wasn't Winchester, actually, I don't think. But yeah, they work well. So reliability, it was reliable. Mm-hmm. I think it was more reliable than we were maybe that day.
Yeah, so. More of a user error than a problem with the gun.
Yeah, so they'll come after us, Winchester. So next, we are going to grade it on its ammunition, starting with availability. As we've said many times, this is 22. It's everywhere. You can find it wherever.
There's only one brand and it's really expensive?
That's exactly it. It's an unobtainium, as we say. Yeah, so like you could probably buy Bob's 22 or something like that. They make bacon too. But yeah, so we gave that a 5 out of 5. Next is cost. Just as available as it is, 22 is still pretty cheap. Not as cheap as it used to be, but at least in terms of ammunition prices going up, it's kind of, not gone as crazy as some.
Some glimmers of hope. You can see a 500 pack on sale, and knock on wood, $39.99 for a 500 pack. That's almost Glory Days pricing. Almost.
Yeah. Also, I want somebody to sound check. I think that was louder than that.
Why you always lying? Oh my God.
Yeah, like it. So we gave that a 5 out of 5. Reloadability.
Can you reload 22, Sean?
If you do, I will find you, and we'll leave it there. I've been threatening people for.
We'll call the thought police.
Yeah. Whoever, you know what? If you reload 22, drop a comment. Tell me why you reload 22, and I'll tell you why you're a psychopath. So
you're a bad person.
You're a bad person. I will buy you a box of 22. We gave this respectfully a 0 out of 2.
So. For shootability, you guys know it, it's broken down in a few categories. Starting off with accuracy, we had a lot of fun with this, albeit we did shoot it a lot with a relatively expensive optic. You may have seen the EOTech planted atop its Picatinny rail.
Well, that comes standard. Everybody has an EOTech.
Everyone has an EOTech. We did shoot it preliminarily with the Ghost Ring iron sights. Funny story on that to follow up. It shot great. We did some little circle checks. At 25 yards, we're keeping it, in the grouping of a thumb, if you will. plenty accurate, especially for a 22 shooting garbage ammo. And you threw the EOTech on top and you're just rocking and rolling. If you pointed at it, you hit it. No mystery magic where it's 3 feet to the left. This thing...
Yeah, and anybody who tells you, like, oh, you put an EOTech on a 22, you're crazy. Don't listen to them. That was one of the most fun we got.
It might stay on there like, forever.
Seriously, it was freezing cold and, like, miserable, and we're still like, wow, having a great time. So...
Yeah, it was straight up just soda pop and ice cream. Just a great old time.
You want to come to a super soft birthday party?
So what do we give this?
5 out of 5. I'm sorry, no. I said earlier 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Right.
Recoil. Big surprise. There isn't any. 5 out of 5. If you perceive recoil from a 22, perhaps you should take up. I think Nerf guns might actually have more of a recoil impulse. With the spring slapping, it might...
Actually, they might.
They might. You know what? Hot take. Nerf guns recoil more than 22s.
Yeah. Nerf guns are responsible for more fatalities than 22. You look it up.
Just throwing facts.
Yeah, just throwing shit out there.
Throwing hot garbage until we go viral. Barely tactical.
Look, we did say barely tactical, okay?
Exactly. Yeah. Next, manual of arms. This thing, it's pretty slick. The buttons are all kind of where you want them to be. This is going to hurt some feelings. I think it's better than a 1022 because you don't have to use that dopey little blade underneath to run the action. It has these nice buttons you can pinch, you can push, there's a tab in the front. They really made it nice and easy for you. I will say the boxy magazine is easy to fumble if you're not used to it. I'm sure, fast forward 6 months, we'll just be laughing, oh man, that should have been a 5. But
it was my first time.
But for the time being, we're comfortable giving it a 4 out of 5 for manual of arms.
Do I have to do an open thing? 1 second here. Or am I just dumb? I had it facing the wrong way. That'd make a difference. That's a blooper.
Now the last portion of shootability is maneuverability. Does this gun even weigh 5 pounds with the optic? Maybe not. It's shorter than a Kui Model 39 youth model, so she's small. And that's with about a 2-inch bird cage on the end. It's maneuverable. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, you can shoot this thing with one hand. Honestly, I think we can't give more than 5 out of 5, but I think this might be the most maneuverable. It's a 22, and it's probably our lightest and shortest 22. So it just
lightest, shortest.
Yeah, and that was with an EOTech on it too.
With the EOTech, which is a heavy optic. If you haven't held one because you're of the poverty class, they're heavy, they're robust.
I'm shocked we have. Yeah. Moving on to firepower. Our first...
Big guns coming.
Big guns coming. This isn't our first rodeo. This isn't our first 22 we've done. Firepower, it's a 22. This gets a 1 out of 5, which is plenty respectable for a 22, but it is still a 22. Say it with me, 22.
Listen here, my cousin shot a chupacabra at 3,000 yards once, dropped it dead in its tracks.
Yeah, your cousin's on meth and there was a raccoon. So,
at 11 yards.
At 11 yards, yeah.
And it still took 3 shots.
Yeah. Don't shoot raccoons. Chupacabra. But yeah, it's, I feel like we've done this a few times.
Big surprise.
Yeah. Next, we have capacity. Now, again, we're in Canada. We're lucky in one regard where at least it's a rimfire, so it's not like we're, capped with a certain, mag cap or anything like that. These magazines are 10 rounds, which is nice. Admittedly, you shoot these pretty quickly, and, by the time you're done, you're like, oh, wow, that was over fast. Insert joke here.
Hey, yo!
We do have an extended magazine, I believe, coming in.
Yeah, so there's some clever loopholes and ways to go about it, but there's the Mossberg to 1022 mag adapter, so you can run those big 25-stick Mossberg mags in a 1022, and this thing is suspiciously close to a 1022. And then there's some domestically made or sourced magazines that are of a higher capacity that are almost a 1022 mag, which, we'll put a video up and do the experiment, but might work in this thing, so we could have 25 rounders just rocking and rolling.
Yeah. So, because of our limitations in Canada, we are giving this a 5 out of 5 because really, they say the sky's the limit. The limit is here, and we've reached it. I'm at my limit.
I've had it up to here with ya, rebels!
So this gets a 5 out of 5. which brings us to rate of fire. Again, this is semi-automatic in a country where we really aren't spoiled for choice for semi-automatics, but it is a 22. This thing, as quickly as you can pull your finger, or, pull the trigger, it's gonna go.
It's actually half fast.
It is. But it's also, there's no recoil to it too, right?
So it's just a trigger mechanism.
Yeah.
There's no reset. There's no big crazy cycling of the action.
Yeah, like if you could put on like a paintball gun, like Tippin 98, like the thing on it, go for it. Because you're not, it's probably as much recoil with that too. So this gets a 5 out of 5 because rate of fire is...
It's semi-auto and it's not a chunky semi-auto, so it's...
We're limited, and I'd shoot this thing all day. Like if you said, hey, you have to mag dump everything you put through it, it's like, okay.
Oh no.
Oh no, I have to have more fun? Shit. So, 5 out of 5.
Now, last but not least, X Factor. Does this gun get one? We debated on this a little bit. We're going to say it gets all of one. It's curiously close to a Ruger 1022 without being one at half the price. Threaded muzzle, rail built in. Take notes, Ruger. We know you have the technology. Why is the top smooth? Just put some little rails on there. Make everybody happy. And maybe we'll get crazy. You can put a bipod up front with this little section of pick rail. Probably not. You can shoot this one-handed upside down on a swing set. It's probably as stable as you want it to be.
Most bipods probably weigh as much as the gun. So.
Exactly. We're turning this 4-pound gun into an 11-pound gun. God damn it!
Or put an EOTech on the bottom of it, so then you can
for upsies downsies.
Yeah, upsies downsies.
Upsies downsies.
Yeah.
Coming to you soon.
Exactly. Jump over the couch and
Vertical grip would be kind of gangster, actually. We'll play around with what happens up front.
We might not have the money, but we have the
tism.
Yeah. I was gonna say the brain power. The same deal. Yeah, we got it. But yeah, all in all, I think that gave us a score of. That gave us a score of 86.999
repeating.
So I think we'll round that up to an 87, which actually puts this in, I believe, our second top highest rated firearm. We did put this in the plinking category because.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're breaching doors with this. This is like
this is my shit hits the fan gun.
Yeah, but every 22 we have will always be a plinking gun. Don't fight us. So yeah, 87. We highly recommend this. This is fun. Especially with the price. Like as you say, like 1022s.
They're great.
They have the clout. Like everybody talks about 1022s and stuff, but something that does what that does, maybe a little better for half the price. Like
half the price.
Sign me up.
It is a whole $20 more than a Mossberg Plankster, and it won't break apart in your hands.
I hear that's good.
Desirable, some would say. It's cheaper than a GSG, and we've seen those quite literally come apart in people's hands. So don't buy a GSG. Buy one of these. Worth it. I
think I know what our next list is going to be. Maybe top 5 guns we recommend you don't buy. And, there might be WK-180 and a few things on there from, even Canadian-built guns. But anyways, that has been the Winchester Wildcat, which is, again, can't endorse it enough. It was a lot of fun. We are probably going to take it out into the field again and have some fun. We have some frequent flyers that we like to bring out. This is probably going to be one of them.
It's going to be a frequent flyer, and stay tuned for that potential extended magazine situation.
Well, that was fun. We fired a couple hundred rounds through it, and gotta say, I really, really enjoyed it. What do you think about it?
This thing slaps. It's the 1022 killer. If you disagree, personally fight me in the comments. I might not be wearing clothes while doing so.
And it's not amazing because we have the $700 EOTech on it. I swear.
Yeah, this is just icing on the cake. The cake itself is still good.
Yeah. Good we had that.
It's good we had that. Point being, the rear sight wasn't torqued down properly, so it actually fell off. We have it. We'll put it back on. No big deal. I don't want to take that as a knock on build quality. One screw wasn't tightened. We're not going to sue Winchester today. But this thing completely kicks butt. Cheaper, faster, stronger, better. Why own a 1022 when the Winchester Wildcat exists?
Also, we ran this through a spectrum of ammo. It is cold as balls out here. Any and all mistakes I made were because my hands are freezing. I'm going to take that to my grave.
It's a casual -8 with wind chill.
Yeah, no big, For those Americans watching, that's cold.
We'll do the math and we'll post what it is in Fahrenheit. I don't understand Fahrenheit.
I'm not doing the math either. So, but yeah, Hope you enjoyed the review. Until next time, keep your sights fixed on Barely Tactical.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I'll say it. Anyway, so yeah, we'll be back with more reviews soon. But until then, keep your sights fixed on Barely Tactical, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I remembered to say it this time.
We have an outro.
We have an intro. Fuck me.
Fired. I'm hiring a new intern. Where's Delbert?
At least I'll be on the blue.